Peace, y'all. What's going on? This is Jay. I'm back. Sorry it's been a while. It's the 10.5 month update. We in the middle of summer right now, so forgive me because I've been traveling, been moving around, and I really haven't had the moment to do a video. But not only that, I made a few changes with my routine, so I wanted to see how the changes that I did took effect over the past few months since my last update. So let me first of all just show you how things are looking. Go ahead and take a look for yourself. Give y'all a quick little close up, the 10.5 month update with Ashley talking. It's the same original hairline, no changes. I just did a little lineup, when I was lining up the beard, if you will, and a little bit of a taper so things stay a little bit fresh. But just to kind of give you guys a little closer, here's how things are looking at about 10.5 months. It's still growing, it's still light in some areas. It's starting to see a little bit of new growth happening in other areas that weren't as dense, which is good. But one of the major takeaways that took place within the last, let's say, month and a half since my last update is I started using the Minoxidil and Dutasteride. Starting around my last video, like directly after that. And the reason why is I was using it at first. I think I shared back with you guys. I started using it. It was a Minoxidil 5%. I grabbed it off of, Amazon. And I started using it around maybe 3 or 4 months. And I did see some growth. So things were looking good. And then I heard a few comments in reference to and feedback in reference to, hey, there may be some side effects. It may not necessarily be good for you. And then even when I reached out to Ashley talking just to kind of get their opinion on it, they said maybe you should hold off on that. I was looking for a more natural growth route, so I was using some of that Haitian castor oil, if you will. So I did stop taking it. And what I realized over that time, my hair started thinning out in areas that had more density. And I did notice that some of the growth that I had and where it was already looking dense, it started to thin out in those areas. Now, I do want to share that I knew that there was some potential to that. So I did take that risk. But then after I saw the results and saw things were kind of thinning out, I said, nah, I don't want to do this no more. Let me just go ahead back to taking it. But when I did take it, I wanted to do some research on it. And I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. And I wanted to see what maybe potential side effects might be if I was taking this, 3 to 6 months is generally what they say the time frame you need to take it in order to start seeing some results. So I looked up Minoxidil, the RX prescription, which means it's not over the counter. You do have to actually get it from a doctor. You got to get a prescription. And I went with the Minoxidil 8%. And then I had it mixed with something called Dutasteride. It starts with a Dutasteride, right? And some people prior to that was using finasteride in combination with Minoxidil 8. And let me explain what the difference of the two medications are. The Minoxidil 8 helps grow your hair, right? And it's a stronger percentage. It's an RX strength in comparison to the Minoxidil 5, which you could just buy on Amazon. But then the finasteride or the Dutasteride, and forgive me if I'm saying this wrong or pronouncing it wrong, if you will, but that actually stops what's causing alopecia, which is hair loss. So there's two different medications. Now for men, the major side effect that you're gonna see, there's two of them. You may have like an instant rash or instant irritation. I didn't have either rash nor irritation the first time I took it. And then the second part is your libido, right? So your energy levels, you know what I mean? So I didn't have any of that as well. But you gotta keep it real with yourself as well if you do consider to take it, because those were the two side effects that stand out. Ladies, forgive me, I'm not sure of the true side effects or some of the side effects when it comes to women, but I knew, of course, rash and irritation could potentially be one of them, and I'm not sure how it may impact women if you're pregnant. So I didn't do some research on it, But there are some content creators that have spoke on this, specifically women and women of color, who spoke on this a little bit more in detail and some of the benefits and pros and cons about using minoxidil, whether it's 5% or 8%. So do a little research, ladies, because unfortunately I can't tell you. But for the fellas, if you are struggling with any of those issues, it may not be for you. For those who are kind of physically fit, more active, and I tend to stay a little bit more active, whether it's working out or practicing jujitsu or something like that, I didn't have any libido issues and I didn't have any reactions, so I'm continuing to use it. Now, I went through happyhead. That's happyhead. You probably Google them, happyhead. No advertisement or nothing. But they had the combination I was looking for, that minoxidil 8% and dutasteride. And those combination came in one single liquid form with a dropper that I apply every day. And it's pretty convenient. Let me show y'all real quick what it looks like too. So it looks like this real here, happyhead, and even comes with a RX label and all that good stuff. I won't put all my information on the gram like that, but that's what it comes like. So I've been using it about a month, and let me tell you, about a month, I have seen some results in terms of new growth just start to happen in areas where I didn't see that growth at. And y'all could take a look too at some of my befores and afters, if you will, or some of my progress videos over time, to see exactly where some areas may be dense at, some areas not so dense at. But overall, it seems to be working. Now, they do say that it takes about 3 to 6 months before you start seeing results. I started seeing some good growth in the difference in a matter of probably about 4 weeks. Within 3 to 4 weeks, I was like, oh, you know, this is working. So I'm on the side of the fence where I'm gonna use minoxidil 8% with the dutasteride. And before the dutasteride, they were using the finasteride. That's why you may see people say, hey, you have to take some minoxidil and fin. Well, the dutasteride, and forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, is the newer version of it. It's a stronger version of it. So just as a heads up, that's what's been working for me. I also added biotin as a daily supplement to take to help with the growth of hair. It also does nails as well. And I eased back on some of that Haitian Creole oil. Not that it's not a good product, but it's not the product. You know, makes your hair look good, but I didn't really see any significant growth or help like I seen with the minoxidil 8 and the dutasteride use. So just a little bit of feedback on how things are going. This is what, 10.5 months already. So for those who've been following me for, you know, the last, 10 months or so, I went to go get a hair transplant at Ashley Talkin. Shout out to Ashley Talkin today. They did reach out to me to see what's good. They want to know if I want to get a hair transplant to get the crown done. And forgive me, I didn't show y'all the back of my head either. Let me do the spin for y'all, my foot. Show you how things are going. So that's the spin. Alright, so they hit me up. They said, you know, you ready to get the back done? You know, the crown, you know, your donor area looks fine or good enough. And I said, I really wasn't too interested in doing another hair transplant, if you will, at least right now. And don't get me wrong, there's an opportunity there in the crown. Like, the crown is not done. It may look straight right here. It may be some progress, if you will. But, you know, there's still a little shiny beam back there. And I knew that was going to be the case. And I knew if I wanted to get it addressed, I would probably need another transplant. So, but I wanted to see how I was going to heal. And at 10.5 months, it's still healing. It's not 100%. And really, I don't want to go get another hair transplant, to be honest with you. I don't really want to put my donor area through that again. So I'll probably seek out maybe some alternatives. I'll see how stem cells start kind of evolving over the next year or so, and then probably maybe consider something like that about 6 months from now. But as of right now, I'm just gonna let things grow out, rock out, so y'all stick around, you know, especially we start heading into the fall time. Right now it's summertime, start heading to the fall and the winter time. I'm just gonna let it rock out. I'm just keep hitting it with the, you know, with the taper, if you will, and letting it grow, let it do its thing. But that's it. And you know, for those who just tuning in for the first time, y'all, I've been bald. I was bald for about 15 plus years, right? I don't even got pictures of me. You know, I'm talking about these are the days when nobody was, you know, on the phone taking pictures left and right. You know, that's when I had hair, right? So, come around maybe I think 2005-ish, 6-ish or so, I think I might have, just said, hey, I'm just gonna take it to the metal. And I've been bald ever since. So if you're just joining, that's a little bit of the background. So I literally started from nowhere. Some folks asked me like, hey, what was your Norwood scale? To be honest with you, I was the worst of probably the worst case scenario that you could possibly be, because I was bored for 15 plus years. And I mean, intentionally bored, hitting it with the razor every other day or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So that was my lifestyle. And then of course I said, you know what, let me see what's going on. Let me try the hair transplant, try something new. So this is just my journey. If by any chance, come a few years down the line, I'm like, I want to take it back to the metal shaving. So be it. Right now, it's probably going to be a while till that ever happens, if that ever happens. So just stay tuned. I'll keep y'all updated. And like always, I always going to be doing videos, building. So if you're interested on the investment side, check me out there as well. If you're feeling the videos or want to know more about the journey, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get the next update in about another month and a half, maybe 2 months or so. Let y'all know what's good. In between time, I'll probably throw some updates of the villas that I'm building. But anyway, that's about it, y'all. This is Jay. I'm checking out, man. This is about the 10.5-month update, letting y'all see what's good. Again, I went to Ashley Talking about maybe 10 months ago. Got a hair transplant, 5,000 grafts after being completely bald. They took from my donor area over here, and then under my chin here. As you can see, my beard is fully grown. And it's pretty much fully grown in back here as well. Under the chin, did a very great job overall with growing back. In the back of my head, and don't get me wrong, I'm not sure what the back of my head would have looked like with hair prior to the donor area, prior to the hair transplant. Just more so because I never grew out my hair. It's been like 15 years, so I didn't know if it was gonna look good, look brittle, look like it needs some help. So a little bit of everything helps, if you will. And I'll probably consider stem cell next, but we're gonna give it a little bit of time, see how things start falling out. If you know something about stem cell or know some links to it or some good experiences, put the links or let me know your experience with it in the comments, because I'm really interested about knowing about it. Plus, I know in the United States, they have some options where you can actually get it done versus, flying out to Turkey to save probably 10 bands, which is likely what most people are doing for the hair transplant. But at least for stem cell, you can get it local. But anyway, that's my time, y'all. I just want to check in again. This is Jay with the 10.5-month update. Hope everybody's having a great summer, great July. August is coming up. I still got a few more months, few more weeks, I should say, of summer. So enjoy yourself. Peace, God bless. Hope y'all manifest everything you're looking for. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out, throw your comments in the browser, all that good stuff. And this is it, man. This is all natural, to be honest with you. I don't got nothing in my hair at all other than the happy head right now. And of course, I darkened up the beard a little bit. Maybe hit the sides a little bit as well. But other than that, this is pretty much all natural. I know there's a few folks, they use the hair, what's they call fibers, hair fibers. I haven't tried any hair fibers. I'm not really with the fibers. You might have to lay on the pillow and all that stuff. So I just wanted to rock out like this. But it does look good. I have seen people use it before online, and it looks like it does the trick, if you will. So if anybody has those concerns while they're going through the journey, especially if you got to take your hat off or stuff, or have your head exposed, and maybe the fibers might take care of that piece. Me, I'm good. I'm just gonna let it rock out, see what happens, and this is just the journey. This is what it is, all right? So again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Other than that, man, y'all have a great summer. I'll see y'all, in a couple months, about a month and a half, let y'all know how things are going. Also, if anybody is interested, Ashley Talking reached out to me today. I was like, hey, Jason, here's my contact number. If anybody's interested, hit them up on WhatsApp. I'm going to post the number and the name here. Just hit them up on WhatsApp. Just be like, hey, I got your number. I saw it, it on Jay's YouTube channel. And he said, hit you up, if I had any questions. And they could give you a consultation. They might need a few little pictures and talk to you. More than likely, they're going to try and get you out there to do the hair transplant. So they could be a little bit pushy with that. So, of course, use your good judgment on, what's best for you, in terms of timing, in terms of what you want to pay, and in terms of what's right for your overall predicament, right? everybody's journey is different. But other than that, y'all, this is it, man. It's a 10.5-month update. This is Jay checking in. Peace, y'all. I'm out of here.